Hi there, welcome to another educational video documenting my Web3 expeditions. In this video, we're going to be looking at Union Build. I'm really underexposed to Union Build. It has the prospect of an airdrop, time to catch up, especially now because they've introduced the ability to deposit on Union Build. And I believe some of your existing assets you will be able to deposit on there to mine points. In today's video, we're going to be looking at how to use your existing assets to earn 3 or 4 airdrops. And this is especially for those who have not been able to interact with this Union dashboard in a bid to accumulate XP, such as me. I've not been able to keep track and complete many of the missions here. As a result, I only have 40 XP so far, and I'm ranked 156,534. Now, the airdrop allocation for participants here is going to be exclusive, distinct from the airdrop allocation that we'll be discussing today that requires actual equity. Now, for most of the activities on the Union dashboard, many of the activities are social activities. Interaction with your testnet doesn't really require funds. So this video is for those who have some funds. Now, we're not talking new funds for many, we're talking existing funds. So let's see what we can accomplish in the course of this video, which is going to be based on this announcement on Twitter by Union Build. So what we will do is recap the strategies featured in the announcement for a start, then go on to see if we can implement whatever is implementable. Okay, so all the information and steps will be featured in the description, for simplicity. So there is this publication which was released, I think 4 days ago now. So the introduction of Union's integration with BTC-Fi. So there is mention of the testnet and the level of traction it has garnered. And here it says that there is a point system exclusive for this BTC-Fi campaign. So here it says Union is live and connected to Babylon Genesis Corn. So Babylon Genesis is a Bitcoin staking platform. Corn is an LST that has affiliation with Babylon chain as well as Bob. Okay, so to celebrate and incentivize usage, Union is launching a points-based reward system that aligns users, holders, and liquidity providers with the protocol's growth. Your activity equals rewards. So remember, this is a different point system from that which you earn from this dashboard, which you can continue earning through your participation on the dashboard. This is like retroactive type of points, and it's going to be based on your deposit. Okay, so here it says, how do you earn points? The initial rollout of the Union BTC-Fi Flywheel program includes 3 key partners: Escher, Tower, and Satlayer. So I'm going to feature all these 3 platforms in the description, including strategy. I'm interested in Tower. Tower is the primary DEX on Babylon chain, and it could have its own airdrop. I also realized that they have a point system which you will not find when you visit Tower. I believe it's retrospective, and this publication here is what revealed it to me, because I've interacted here. I've attempted to interact here before now, and there is no indication of points. It's an AMM DEX on the Babylon chain. But now it's revealed based on this publication that there are points. So you'll be able to use your base equity to position yourself for points on all the 3 platforms: Escher, Tower, and Satlayer. Satlayer, I've already been interacting with Satlayer, and I've covered it in multiple videos already. It's like an LRT platform. It allows you to redeposit assets from other LSTs on here, to compound your APR on your idle Bitcoin to earn and the Satlayer airdrop in conjunction with other airdrops. So generally, I make use of the Lombard strategy, exposing me also to Lombard using the same equity. Now, it's still early when it comes to Satlayer, though the TVL is approaching 3 million. It's still in season 1 epoch 2, so you're early. So I'm interested in this strategy. Okay, so now we're talking 4 airdrops because we're also going to be counting Union build. Okay, so Escher is the first cross-chain LST protocol incubated by Union. Users can stake their baby with Escher and LP, the eBaby derivative, into Tower. So some of you, for me, I got a small allocation of the baby airdrop. That's what I'll be using. It's not much, but at the very least, you don't have it there sitting idle. So that's what I'll be using, and whichever other asset is possible to use. So one hint here is that you can use baby. You basically stake it on the LST called Escher, and then you get a derivative called eBaby, which you can put in an LP, perhaps against baby. So you may keep some baby, pair it against eBaby on Tower, and then you start positioning for Escher, Union build, Tower as well. And also Babylon. Babylon has, it didn't distribute its entire airdrop the first time. It has an allocation of an airdrop for further users of the chain. Now, Satlayer, we know what Satlayer is. Tower, we already know what Tower is. So now we will go into strategy. On top of that, Tower exclusively applies extra multipliers for liquidity providers of Union bridged assets as part of the Tower points program. So like I said, I didn't know there was a points program, but it's obvious now. So if you want to target multipliers, assuming you have small equity like me, there are specific pools with their own unique multipliers. So 1.5x on XYK pools per $1,000 per hour. I'm not very sure what this refers to, but we will find out. 2.5x on PCL pools per. So if you want to maximize your equity, you may want to favor one strategy over the other, that which has a higher multiplier. And 1x on swaps per $1 fee generated. So you also earn the Tower airdrop points by swapping. Okay, let me see if I can expand this. So I will need to do a dedicated video per strategy, so that this video, this will just be a recap of, highlighting the existence of these possibilities. Now, one key thing here is the highlight of Union bridged assets. So they want you to bridge through Union to be eligible for points multiplier. That's what I perceive. But let's proceed. The program officially started with the launch of Babylon Genesis, and Union will index bridging and LP data to grant points retroactively. So you wouldn't know what points you're earning from Union build on the basis of this. It will be retroactive. For any ERC20 LSTs to be eligible for the multipliers, so this is specific to the multiplier, I believe you'll still earn points. But if you want a multiplier, with Satlayer or Tower, they have to be bridged with Union first. So you have to incorporate that into your strategy if you have small equity, trying to ensure you get the multiplier, but you will need to bridge using this bridge. So I'm going to recap the steps and all that after we go through the article. Okay, so our apps that leverage Union. The initial rollout of the app features the following LSTs, more to be added. So these are the LSTs that you'll be able to bridge over. And like I told you, I don't know if I mentioned that, I use Lombard a lot. I even have some LBTC. So I'd assume you can bridge over LBTC. I used to have Solve, assuming I still have it, I would just bridge it over. I believe this is going to happen on I believe now that Union is, I don't know if it has its own chain, but it looks like it's a Babylon compatible chain. But we'll find out. The more you engage, the more points you earn. Whether you're a passive holder or an active LP, Union is the reward path for you. So it looks like there is also points for holding, but as long as you bridge it to Union, but perhaps more points with multipliers when you LP. Please note, points are entirely separate and distinct from XP earned on the Union dashboard. These are different programs and there is no equivalency between the numbers. XP will continue to be tracked on dashboard Union build. Now, this involves equity. There is no guarantee that that you will get a tangible allocation with small equity. Many times the distribution is linear and all that. We also saw the Babylon airdrop was small, very small. Not very, yes, I would say very small. Not very small like that, but compared to the equity. Okay, so you definitely, now thinking of this, I would try my best to interact with the dashboard and see if I can upgrade my points there. But of course, I will not be able to rank highly on the leaderboard because some of the tasks have ended. So what we will do in this video is let's finish with interacting here, then we'll go back to the dashboard to see what's possible there and then conclude the video. Then subsequent to this, I'll be doing videos per strategy that I take up. Okay, so let's start here. So we have this portal here, connecting here. Let's see. I think this is going to require you to have Kepler, but I'm not sure I have Kepler on this PC. So it's a long time since I interacted with Union. So connect how you want to. Okay, so you will be able to connect multiple, because you are going to be bridging either from an EVM chain to the Union network, which is then going to require OKX. Kepler or Leap. It's possible that OKX works. So I will not be able to do a tutorial now because my wallets are not set. I'm not sure. I may have Kepler here, but it's not the wallet. I don't know if I've backed it up and all that. So, but I'll just give you the gist. I don't even have Kepler. Okay, I do have Leap. So I will just try to connect as an example, but I will not, perform any, like I wouldn't do a full-fledged tutorial. Don't even know if I know the password of this. Wow. Wow. Okay, so wow. So Leap Wallet, who knows, they may have an airdrop. But this is a new wallet. So okay, that's a side note. Let's go home. Wow, interestingly, I have some funds here. Okay, so how would you start? Now we are bridging. We're bridging. Let's see the list of assets. Oh wow. So I don't know. Do I have some assets on Bob? These are the chains that you can use as destination chains. So Lombard, it's likely that your LBTC will have to be on the Ethereum chain. Let's just experiment here. Okay, so these are the currencies. So Babylon, just a moment. Okay, so you can connect with Babylon. So if you have your Babylon on OKX, you would need to connect that OKX wallet, which has your Babylon, to bridge over. to bridge over your Babylon. I can't even remember where I have Babylon. I'm not sure I have it here. But let's just make an example. Let's just make an example. So for Babylon, it's best to get OKX wallet. So let's say that you don't have, the Babylon token, but that's your token of interest. Of course, there are other tokens, so you can use, like for me, I would leave that for, the eventual tutorials that I will do. But for me, I have Lombard. It's just that my LBTC. It's just that my LBTC is not on Ethereum. So if I want to transmit LBTC, I'll have to bridge that LBTC to Ethereum first. Now, for that one, I wouldn't use this bridge. I would use Jumper or Relay. Okay. So now, if you had the baby airdrop, it's likely that it was deposited for you on your OKX wallet. So what you do is you go to you go to OKX and then you switch to Babylon. You type Babylon, Genesis, this network, and then your Babylon balance will show up here. Now, if you want to buy, of course, you can receive or receive. So you go to an exchange where Babylon is, provide this wallet address, you then get baby. Now, once you have baby, when connecting here, you choose the Babylon network, choose baby. Your balance will then populate here. Apologies. I don't have a baby balance. Destination. Wow. Now this is serious. Now there is no, I'm supposed to be able to connect my Kepler wallet. This is not how it's supposed to be. Let's change the network. So there is some issue. I'm going to refresh. No. Okay, so there's they didn't do they didn't put the portal very well. So source is baby, destination is supposed to be union. So what we'll do, let's try to connect Kepler, leap. Okay. Oh, so baby Genesis on leap. Oh, wow. Wow. Okay, so I get it now. Let's change the source chain. So the bridging applies if you are going from ETH, Corn, or Bob, because this union platform is actually on the Babylon chain. So let's change the scenario here. Let's just assume that we are using LBTC on the Ethereum chain, and the source chain is Babylon. Okay. Okay, so you see the Babylon, there's a they didn't make this interface perfect. If you are bridging, if your baby is already on Babylon, I don't think you need to bridge. You just need to obtain your Babylon address from your Leap wallet and then transfer it there. So currently our network, just a moment, Union. Wow. I'm a bit confused now. Anyway, if you're trying this, try with a small amount. I'll come back with a better tutorial. But we are on track. We are on track. We've connected Union as the... Yes, we're on track. We're on track. Because all we want to do is get the resulting token on the Babylon chain while using the Union bridge. That's all we are doing. So they just want you to use this bridge. This is only what they have available in terms of making use of Union at the moment, because Union is still on testnet. Okay, so they want you just to use the bridge, and that's all, so that you can then go on to Tower and get the multiplier. So what do I mean? When you now go on Tower, you know, since our destination chain now, I mean, since we used Leap to generate our Babylon wallet, will connect with Leap. Okay, now our balance, which we've bridged using Union, will now show here. We now have baby. Okay, but we will not start. We want to add liquidity here to, for example, the baby versus e-baby pool, like this pool here. Okay, so this is what is referenced as having a higher multiplier, this PCL pools. So that's the one we'll target. So this is the pool we'll want to target. For example, baby against e-baby. Okay, so we will need to get e-baby by staking baby on that Escher platform. So these are Babylon related platforms, Babylon chain related platforms. So we come here first. I get it now. Well, I'll summarize it. I get it now. Okay, so connect account, connect. Again, it's Leap. Okay, so when you get your baby, you liquid stake it here. Click on staking. Okay, so it's earning Union points. Okay, so stake, your balance will show up here now. You stake it, you get e-baby. So you can put half of your balance. So let's say you have 50 baby, you now have e-baby. Then you take the e-baby and baby to Tower, and then you deposit it into this pool, this one here, add liquidity, and that's all that there is to it. Now, interestingly, you can also add single-sided liquidity, meaning that you may not, although that will not, I don't know if that's favorable. It is. You will still earn Escher points if you do that, because it will automatically distribute your allocation equally, something like that. So, but if you really want an Escher interaction, then you can go through Escher to stake. I do believe that you can also swap here directly for eBaby. I'm sure eBaby is listed here. Okay, so all you need to do if you swap here directly is ensure that you go to Escher and you onboard your wallet, you know, just in case that's a requirement. Interesting stuff. So this is an application I'll explore. Escher, it's going to be a strong application on baby. So interesting stuff. Now, if you don't want to liquid stake and add LP, you can stake alone. This is also, but this is coming soon. It's not available yet. Oh no, this is opening the liquid staking portal. Okay, so interesting stuff. So you get the gist. Now, if it's LBTC you want to move over, just make sure the destination wallet is a Leap wallet of the Babylon chain. Now, what confused me here is this, but this is not the chain. This is actually connected to the union, this logo here. So that confused me a bit. The chain is actually Babylon Genesis. So this is the chain. Okay. So if you have Babylon Genesis, if you have baby token on another wallet, you just copy this address here, this one, and then you send it. But you don't need to bridge in such a case. Now, if you do that, you will not be getting the multipliers featured earlier. For Union, you will earn points, but without the multiplier. So Union, they really want you to use this bridge. Okay. So using this bridge, I do think now that you can use this bridge to transmit your baby to your Leap wallet. I do think so. But let's not complicate matters. So now if you move over LBTC, you will then be putting your LBTC. You can either swap it to baby, for example, or you can just deposit it into this pool instead. Although the multiplier is lower, but this is a no. So baby LBTC is still here. The multiplier is lower. This has the highest, the high multiplier. But this is better than this because this is going to earn you tower points, also going to earn you Escher points and union as well. Oh, so it's already reaching the ones that will give you the highest multiplier, 2.5x. So these are the ones you want to target. Like, I don't know why it's not written here. So PCL narrow gives it's likely also going to be riskier, but it's not risky. You're depositing BTC against baby. Now I will do strategies. I will do specific strategies for this. But before we go, I want to take a look at Satlayer specifically so that we can use okay, so the points, this 2.5x is for union in particular. So this is a good pool. This pump BTC baby, this as well. This involves solve BTC, solve finance. This is STBTC. I think this is from Satlayer. Let me just make sure because I think I want the Satlayer strategy so that we're positioned for 4 airdrops or LBTC. Now for Satlayer, let's quickly take a look. Although I will do videos about this, like I said, let's look here. Okay, connect. Okay, you can also use Satlayer to do your swaps similar to Tower. And you can also stake directly on Satlayer. Interesting. I will cover this in another video. But I'm interested in the strategy that... let's look here. Deposit. So this is SU. Now let's go to Ethereum. Just a moment. You will understand what I'm doing in a bit. Okay, so it's called SAT. The prefix is SAT. Okay, so let's look here. Okay, the prefix is SAT, but I'm thinking that on here they didn't prefix it well. They call it ST. So I'll have to verify this if it's from the SAT platform, this ST. because there's no one here that there's no sat here. So once I know that this, for example, this is from Satlayer, I would likely take this strategy. But guaranteed, I'm going to take this LBT strategy paired against baby. So let's say you have your Lombard, your baby on Lombard. So for some, they've not claimed their baby allocation from Lombard. I haven't myself. Okay, so you see my baby here. I'll do a video about this. So let's say I claim this, you know, here. For me, I would not claim to my Babylon address. I would claim this to, I would swap to LBTC. Oh, but this is going to put it on the, is going to put it on the Babylon chain already, so the multiplier will not kick in. Okay, so I would use my existing LBTC, you know, so you can buy LBTC directly, but you have to make sure you sign up on Lombard. You can use my invite link. That will give you a 10% boost on your Lux earning, which is your points. So it's important to onboard here. Okay, or you can get LBTC directly here while on the Ethereum chain. Okay. Interesting stuff. I'll do a video about this. I like that we've gone through the summary of it. If you have questions, I'll tell you where to reach me. Okay, so for you need like wrapped BTC, or you just buy. You can buy, but make sure you're on board here. You see that you get 10% extra logs by using an invite, and also so that you don't lose your points. You know, you want to track your points on Lombard, so the points are here on display. So now make sure you get your Lombard on your LBTC on the Ethereum chain. It's not, I don't think it's expensive to bridge. Then make sure you use the Union bridge so that your multiplier kicks in. Now, if you have assets on Bob, you can transmit those assets as well. I do have some assets on Bob. So this is just a bridge. That's all you need to know. This is just a bridge, and they want you to use the bridge to get the multipliers. So just factor that into your strategy. Make sure you use this bridge before you start out your strategy. So that's about it for this video. If you have questions for me, ask me on airdropc.com. Why I like this is that for many, you may not need to, you know, buy any more assets. You already have it. You know, if you've been interacting with Lombard, if you got the baby airdrop, you've interacted with Satlayer, UniBTC, you already have assets there that you can transmit over and maintain them how they are. Meaning you don't need to swap them. If you have your idle BTC, you can also explore this, but just make sure you use the Union bridge. Yes, I said that we will look here because I'm interested in looking at it again. You know, maybe I can climb the dashboard. I'm not strong in health, so you know, those that require quests and all that, I'm usually lacking. So Union, my PC is struggling already, so I need to end this video. But let's quickly see what we can see of this. Ooh. Okay, for this one, you connect your Discord, Twitter. If you connect your Discord, some of the tasks here involve some roles, which will be given to you automatically. Missions. Now, some of the tasks here that will help you earn XP very fast is the testnet activity. The more testnet activities you carry out, the better. Okay, so here it says add any wallet to test the dashboard. This has ended already, so you can't accomplish that. You can't get that. Achievements. So here are the quests. Junior sergeant role. You'll need to expand it. You know, it's best to get as many of these roles as possible. That may multiply your allocation in a way it's possible to get. Interacted with bearer chain through union for at least 3 days. So this one may be possible to accomplish, but so interacted with bearer chain through union for at least 10 days. Wow. Interacted. So this is on testnet. I can't even remember where the union testnet takes place. Just a moment. Union testnet. Don't copy me on this. The link will be in the description. Union.build. So I think the current testnet is testnet 9. So some of the tasks on that dashboard involve previous iterations of the testnet, which you may not be able to, acquire. So just focus on this testnet, which is the current one. So it's actually on app.union.build. So it's more. Oh, wow. Is it ended? Thank you for testing, Union. Thanks for your help. Process. So this has been temporarily paused for the V2 upgrade. So you can't test that now. So you have to focus on the social quests. For example, follow on X, follow. These are good ones. Interacted with Sepolia through Union for at least 3 days. This one you may not be able to do that now. Newsletter, participate in this. It will give you 65 XP. Ceremony build. I think just raising your XP even to 100, it will improve your position on the leaderboard. So I'll try to do this. This is follow this user on X and all that. So something you can do. Wow. So there are many social quests here. Okay, I'll take my time and look at it. It may turn out a good airdrop after all. Now, also go to Kaito and start yapping about Union build. So onboard on Kaito with your X account. The invite will be in the description. I believe they have a Union leaderboard here. Wow. Okay, it's here, Union. Let me check reward station. Just a moment, upcoming, current. Okay, there's a possibility that they give an airdrop for yappers. So just connect your X account here so that when you reply or post about Union, it's being tracked by this AI and you're able to rank on the leaderboard. Who knows? These days, many projects are giving airdrop to those who have onboarded on Kaito and cover, their projects. So that's a good deal as well. I also created a Twitter community in case you are just getting started with yapping on Twitter. I will add that in the description as well. We're there to discuss how to be effective with your Kaito journey. So that's about it for this video. To contact me, use airdropc.com. And importantly, submit your email here. I'm working on 100 solid airdrop opportunities. Each will have its own publication tutorial coming soon. I will be sending it out via email to subscribers. And you can contact me using this form with your inquiries. This Telegram, this Twitter. Subscribe to Web3 Wikis on all socials. Stay awesome. Take action.